Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk about real estate, how to buy it, how to sell it, how to make the most out of your investment. And the cool part about it is you've got a friend. It's like a family member. She's like your bestest friend, your favorite sibling. It's like, yes, I know, she's looking at me like I'm crazy, but no, seriously. If you're wanting to buy or sell a house, you don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to leave any money on the table. And if you're going to buy a house, you don't want to have to pay a billion, zillion dollars for it. Is that even an amount, Dan?
I mean, is that?
Tanya, go on.
I've never seen that, but you know.
A gazillion billion, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, when you need to sell or buy or invest, there's only one phone number to call. 325-603-3550, 325-603-3550. There's nobody better than Tonya Harbin. Tonya Harbin, she's the one for me. All right.
Good morning, Rudy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantabulous now that I have you in the studio because the housing market has gone loco here in West Texas.
Yes, it's very, very busy.
All right, so I know that we're blaming a lot of the rental stuff on AI. Is it going to continue? I know that we've got AI, and now that I'm hearing rumors of yet another AI plant coming to the area, not necessarily in Abilene.
Sweetwater?
Yeah, I've heard one in Sweetwater, and then there's going to be one southeast of us, like from here to Brownwood, or they're putting a plant up of some kind. I don't know if that's factual or not, but I keep hearing about that. Are we really becoming what the new nickname is? There's Silicon Valley, and now we're known as the Silicon Plains.
That is so funny. I mean, there's a lot of them that are coming in, and so, it's hard to say. Hopefully, whenever they put all the RV spots in, that will help alleviate some of the rental prices, but it is what's happening right now. And we're seeing, I've had a couple of people call me that are renting a house. The landlords are going up on their rent. And so now they're looking to purchase a house because either they can't find anything or the rent is just so high. It doesn't make, it makes more sense for them to buy a house.
Absolutely. And the prices are going through the roof. When I'm hearing that I was paying $600 rent for this one bedroom, one bathroom house, and now they're wanting $1,500 for it. I'm like, no, they're not. Absolutely. Yeah. So they had to find some place to go live. As a matter of fact, this young lady told me she's working on putting a storage building in her mom's backyard, and her two kids are going to live in it. I mean, is that even possible? Is that allowed?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm like, are you serious? Putting a storage building, one of those portable storage buildings.
Yeah.
And I know that there's...
I would think that's kind of like a tiny home that you see different places.
All right, so I'm hearing things, because I got a neighborhood down over here that I've kind of inherited in the family, and there's some land on it, and they're like, hey, can we come and settle? No, no, we're not going to do that. So
yeah, that's crazy right now.
So investing is a smart idea, or am I going to pay way too much and never recoup it?
No, we have a lot of investors that are coming to buy houses here because you can rent them for so much. So I do think buying investment properties is a great idea. I mean, it always has been, because we've got the base here, and the universities. I mean, way before we had the AI stuff, we've always had a great rental market.
All right. It's a little bit cuckoo, but something else has gone cuckoo, and you brought somebody with us because, bar none, they're the best. When it comes, they're better than the rest. And Eric, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy.
How are you, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for being
All right. You can get a little closer to the microphone so I can hear you, because I got to know, what's up with that? I'm going to just come out, man. What's up with that? Because I have got... Can we look at your roof? It looks like you've got some hail damage. I went, hail, no. Hail. No hail. But go ahead. What's going on? How many roofers do we have in Abilene?
Oh, more than I can count, more than I've known.
A gazillion billion?
A gazillion billion, yeah. There's the storm hit a few weeks ago, and it was an early storm. Typically, it happened over spring break. It was not something that we typically see that often, that early. But it hit, and man, 8 a.m. the next day, every roofer in Texas, it seemed like, was here, knocking on doors, and they got their 1-800 numbers and their 817 numbers in Dallas, and somehow they still they sell some, and I just tell people all the time, man, there's plenty of good local people here, whether that's us or whoever else you want to call, but don't buy from a 1-800 number. They're never going to come back. They're going to roof your house, and you will never see them again. And so, but yeah, there's a lot of neighborhoods that are out there beating the doors down, and which is fine. That's how they do business. And so, but yeah, you can. There's good people here, local guys that you can use.
And that's something we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Also, if you get a new roof on your house and then you go to sell it, if you use one of these out of town roofers and the inspector goes up there and finds something that needs to be fixed, even on brand new roofs that people put on, it's kind of like buying a brand new house. I mean, there's a chance that there's going to be something that the inspector is going to flag. So if you use a local company like Bar Roofing, then you just call them, they come back out and fix it, and that should be under your warranty, especially if you just put it on that to get fixed for the inspector. So I have seen people where they've had to spend extra money because they had somebody from out of town put the roof on, and then they didn't want to come back to fix it, or they never answered the phone again.
Yeah.
The warranty work is not there.
It's not
because they're not here. I mean, if you think about it, if you buy a car, I don't know, at some place in Dallas that is a small place, I mean, you're going to have to possibly take it back. It's just because you're not in the same city. And so that's why so many people try to buy local, because you can get everything done here locally.
And you have everybody
it's great for the economy.
But you have everybody locally. If I need roof fixed, you've got roofers that you can point me in the right direction. If I need plumbing done, you've got plumbers, right?
Yeah, so I always recommend to try to, stay locally. And so that's why we have Eric with Bar Roofing come and, do radio with us. He's very knowledgeable in roofs. And so...
And the website is trustbar.com, trustbar.com. So go check them out, because you got some of your work up there, don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
You got
we got plenty of stuff on there. Yeah.
So how do these folks, why did they decide Abilene, of all little cities in West Texas to come to? We've got like a zillion, gabillion these roofers.
Yeah, I mean, it was again, because it was an early storm. It was the first storm in Texas. DFW has not been hit yet, so usually by this time DFW will get hit, and they're going to get hit soon. They always do. That's a big area. Yeah. Somewhere in Dallas, Fort Worth will get hit, and so.
Do you guys pack up and go over there and return the favor?
I never do. Yeah. It's a market that we have no interest in, and so it's just a blood. There's like, I saw a number, like something like 50,000 roofers are in DFW, which is insane. And so we're not interested. So we stay plenty busy here, and we have our customers here that keep us busy, and so which we're thankful for. But some people go, that's part of it. If you got to go travel, and we'll travel to 100-mile radius. We'll kind of go around and take care of the big country. But yeah, I'm not going to DFW unless I have family or somebody that wants me to go over there and take care of them. So that.
We've got roofs, all right? Got a brand new roof. I'm happy. Okay, I got a roof. Yay, we got a roof. How does a homeowner protect their roof and keep it? There's got to be some things that we must be doing. First of all, I always say stay off of it, because when you're walking on it, you're deteriorating the integrity of the roof.
Sure.
So I say that first of all. And of course, besides the storms, what can we do as homeowners?
Yeah, the big thing I always tell people is just to stay on top of it. It's regular house maintenance. I mean, that's what the big thing is. If people you don't realize that your shingles are bad, or you have holes in your turbines, or holes in your pipe boots. So regular inspections, which just call us out. We'll come out and take me 2 minutes to inspect your roof, and for free, and then we'll just tell you, your roof looks great or it doesn't. But staying on top of things like that, regular maintenance, keeping your gutters clean, that stuff like that is very important.
And that's another thing, gutters. Let's talk about that.
Sure.
Because you're not a gutter company, you're a roofing company.
Sure.
How does a gutter actually help my roof?
Yeah, I mean, for one, it pushes water away from, the foundation of the house. And so, again, I'm not a gutter guy, but, it catches water where it needs to and disperses water where it needs to go. So you can put it in landscape.
That helps the foundation,
Of course.
but not the roof, right?
No, not necessarily the roof. And I mean, it'll keep your, granules in there too, kind of keep it from being clean as well. That way, keep it off the granules off the patio and stuff like that. So, but yeah, gutters are great, but.
Should I be calling you when I step out, we've had a storm, and I see on my sidewalk that thin little line of granules? You just brought it up,
Sure.
so.
Yeah, give us a call. Like I said, you get a storm. It doesn't take us but 2 minutes to hop on a roof, and I can tell you yes or no, you got damage or not. And so, but that's the big thing is people get hell. They don't know what to do. Do I call my insurance company? Do I get up there and look at it myself? Don't do that. Just call us and we'll inspect it and give you the thumbs up or thumbs down. And we try to be really honest and we're a conservative company. If it's not there, it's not there. Probably 9 out of 10 roofs I get on probably don't have damage, but that's just part of what we do. For a lot of realtors, they'll call us and go do a pre-inspection. Hey, this roof may have had hail damage. Go look at it. We'll go out and take a look at it. Again, probably 90% of them are just fine. But occasionally we get on one and it needs to be replaced before the house will go through. So.
Do you recommend whenever there is a storm, if you think you have hail damage, to call you first or the insurance company? And the reason I'm asking is now so many people's deductibles are so high.
Yeah, it's crazy. So obviously deductibles and policies are wild right now. But the big thing is for sure call us out first. That's step number one. A lot of if you have a good agent, they actually will recommend that. They're going to tell you not to open a claim because for one, you don't know if you have damage. Even the storm that went through, it's a weird storm. The one neighbor will have damage and one will not. So it was the oddest storm I've seen so far in my career. And so it just hit random places and I'm like, oh, that another neighborhood I go get on, it's like, oh, that didn't have any damage. And then I get on it and it's like, oh, why does this roof have hail damage on it? And so, so call us out first and then we'll tell you yes or no. And then again, a lot of your local agents who are good, they'll tell you the same thing. Call a local guy out before you open a claim. Because if you don't have damage, there's policy things in the insurance policies that will like ding you if you make a claim and there's no damage. And so you don't want to have a no claim on your policy.
And could it possibly be just part of the roof is damaged?
Sure, it could. Yeah, definitely. I've seen that actually. The storm that went through here it happened actually for Zach. I went and looked at one for Zach, and it was very steep, and it was a wind-driven storm. So the roof is 12 on 12 pitch, and so the south and the west slopes had damage, and then the north and the east slope were just fine. And so those get tricky, And so insurance companies could technically pay for half a roof. They typically don't do that, but I've seen it happen. So it's just one of those things where we will try to come out and give a good assessment on it and hopefully be able to work with the insurance company to get them to pay for the whole thing because nobody wants to have your deductible is the same whether it's a half a roof or a full roof, and so nobody wants to pay a 2% deductible for half a roof. So we try to work with the insurance company on that, and we do what we can. Can't always guarantee that we'll get the whole thing paid for, but we do what we can. So
well, the other thing is you just brought it up. There's hail damage, and that's where we got hail, but I think wind damage is more prevalent than hail damage here in West Texas because the winds got up to over 60 miles an hour the other day, and it looks like we're going to have a windy weekend. And yes, the temperatures are going to be dropping down into the upper 30s this weekend, and we've got more storms moving in. So my question to you is, because I have always been afraid of wind damage because of what it does. It does that little teeter-totter thing, they're waving at you, and then next thing you know, I've got shingles in the middle of my yard because they got broken off. So how common is that?
Yeah, wind damage is, honestly, it's like you said, it's honestly more prevalent in West Texas than hail, which is surprising. People, get scared about hail, and I'm like, your roof is 15 years old. Like it's never been. This is the first time it's been held on in 15 years. And so yes, we do get hail. It's sporadic. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we're going to get windy days, and that's just part of where we live. And so we see shingles blown off in people's houses, and especially with cheaper shingles and older shingles, poor installations, things like that. The shingles now are high quality. They're built to withstand 120 miles an hour if installed correctly, but technically they can still blow off. And so, but those are easy fixes. That's but they do need to be repaired faster than hail. Hail will take time to eat through a shingle the wind, the shingles are missing, so it could leak sooner. So we get a lot of wind calls.
And the fact of the matter is that I guess the shingles, if it gets plenty hot, don't they make them stick down more?
For sure.
There's that tar.
Yeah, it has a tar line on there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how they seal basically. So that's why that's why we roof when it's hot. You don't want to be too hot, but you want to roof when it's not freezing outside because the shingles won't stick. And then we see that a lot of times shingle, if it's a good shingle and they didn't stick, it's because it was installed in December and a builder installed it during the cool times and they never stuck. So then they get dirt underneath them because it's windy. We get dirt, so if they don't seal and then you get dirt underneath there, they'll never seal after that. So.
And there's nothing you can do to fix that if they don't seal?
You can hand seal it, but yeah, you got to imagine taking a caulking gun up there and hand sealing every single shingle that didn't seal.
I'm gonna be up here for a couple of weeks, honey.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
Yeah, so it can be done, but yeah, and you can always spot. The good thing about wind is that it can be spot repaired. Insurance companies typically don't pay for wind. I've been doing this since 2014, so 12 years now, and I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that an insurance company has paid for a wind damaged roof, because in theory, every wind damaged roof can be repaired. Hail is sporadic. It can be, so it's hard to say, well, I'm going to replace this shingle versus this one, but wind is you just replace the missing ones.
And also, do you agree with the fact that, and being the weather guy here, I'm going to bring it up, that hail, depending on what season it hits, makes a bigger damage on it when it's colder weather than when it's hotter?
When it's colder weather, so what I've seen through experience through me, and this is just personal experience, but the thing that I've seen the difference is that when the shingles when it's colder, they're hard.
They're more brittle.
They're more brittle, and so there's a lot of variables that go into it. It's a season. I don't know that I can't necessarily say that a specific season is different. Obviously, when it's hotter, that's when the storms hit typically. But when it's hot, the shingles absorb that hail a little bit more, and typically will make it. I've seen that they damage the shingles easier in the hot weather because they'll fracture that because it actually is a hot shingle. When it's cold, it's hard, so it just kind of bounces off. That's just personal experience, but so. I've seen hail do crazy things. In November, I've seen it hail and it damaged its roofs, and in the middle of the summer, nothing. So I can't predict hail. It's the weirdest thing, And so how hard the hail is a big factor. I've seen hail that's soft, which is very weird. I've seen hail that's pointy, and that damages a lot more. There's a lot of things that go into it.
We watch it here because we have the towers, and we know that if we're getting hail or sleet in the colder weathers, it's going to do more damage.
Yeah,
for
it
us
can
here,
for sure.
so
Yeah. I
right.
could say it would probably damage the granules, like overall. The impact damage is probably going to be more greater in the hot heat. But definitely, if it hails and sleets and that, sure, it can destroy the shingles. Just not necessarily from hail, just overall, it beats them up more.
So going back to, who do we call first? Not the insurance company, right?
Not the insurance company. Yeah, I said you can, but majority of them are going to tell you call a reputable roofer to come inspect it first, and then hopefully that your roofer will give you an honest opinion, and then at that point we'll walk you through the insurance process from there. So that's our preferred role, and that's how most insurance companies will do it as well. Call somebody out first, inspect it, and then open up the claim from there.
Tonya, how often do you have to say, we want to sell this house, we're going to sell it for you, but we got roof damage? Do you find that a lot of houses, because how often do you spend time on the roof? Hi, neighbors.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things people just don't know have happened to their house. Maybe they had tree limbs that were touching the house and took some shingles off, or wind. Maybe they were out of town and there was a big windstorm they didn't realize. We've even had some, they didn't even realize they had hail damage, and probably the whole neighborhood had it, but so the inspector will go out and tell them, maybe they need a roofer to come and look at their house. But then that can also sometimes prolong closing, just depending, because you're having to get them out and then file a claim, and typically a lot of that needs to be done prior to closing.
Yeah.
What about, I'm changing the angle of this, color of the roof?
So typically, if somebody is selling a house, then either the seller does the same color that's already on there, or they'll let the buyer pick. Usually, something that is right now. I don't know. Is it still hard to get even different shingle colors? It feels like for so many years there was only like 3.
Yeah, during COVID it was really bad, but now you can get not the crazy greens and blues, nothing like that, but you can get your grays.
But used to, I remember having somebody and they were like, "Well, I want a green colored roof," and the seller, I was like, "I don't recommend that," because if something happened and the sale didn't go through, that seller is going to be stuck with this house with a green roof, which at the lakes, there's several people that have a green roof, but just in town, not so much. Or orange. I've seen, not orange, but kind of orangey looking.
Yeah, there's different ones out there.
Yes, we did have one that was on the market that was kind of an orangey color.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. So what were the 3 colors during COVID that were available?
Yeah, gray, which is weatherwood, black, and then like a brown. That's all you could get for.
What about now? Because
there's other shades of grays, other shades of blacks, and other shades of browns, basically.
What's the most popular color?
Still black. Black is still the most popular.
Why?
It looks good. It's very stark. It looks sharp. People like it. So.
And I think so many people are painting their houses white, or if they're building, there's still more white here. I know in Dallas it's already a little bit different, but here it's still.
Yeah, still a lot of farm style houses, modern farm style.
But does not black shingles attract the heat?
Not to me. They're all. I always tell everybody. All my customers always ask me that, and I say, listen, they're all really stinking hot. It's an asphalt-based shingle. That's what's absorbing the heat. It's a black tar-based asphalt, and so whether it's brown or black or gray, you touch it. It's
I like the light white grays.
Yeah,
and that's
there is a white shingle is the only one that technically would be considered like a radiant colored shingle, and so other than that, they're all really. Ask my guys in the summer, they're all.
And they're not very popular, are they? The white shingles?
No, they're not super popular. It's just. They just kind of look dated. Yeah, we don't do it a ton. I have a couple of customers who want one specifically because they're looking for something that's solar resistant. So,
and let's go with what happened at my house. I have trees that were planted there and trees that were planted there by the current residents at my house because my wife's grandfather was growing pecan trees. He was growing peach trees, and he had all kinds of trees and so we took from his trees that he was growing, he took the offspring and brought them over to our house. How much distance must you have from tree branches to over the roof of the house? It's not touching the roof, it's 20 feet above it, but it's over the roof.
Yeah, I don't know a specific range, the actual distance away from it, but it's bad. Trees is probably, for a house sale, is probably our biggest holdup. We'll see that where they'll either brush the roof or even dropping pecans on it. A roof I did 2 years ago, it was an impact resistant roof, so it's class 4, high grade shingle. They went to go sell it, and it looked like it had hail damage to it in a specific section, but I went and it was because it was right below a tree, pecans were dropping on it, and so we see that a lot, yeah. So definitely, I'm not a tree trimmer guy, but yeah, definitely keep your trees away from your house, and we'll do that too. We do that. We'll do minor trimming while we're on a roof to help out, but yeah, definitely keep trees away from the house for sure. So.
If you're looking for a roof, give you a call.
Give me a call, yeah.
Oh, if you're putting on a new roof, you'll trim the trees too?
We'll trim away from, yeah. I tell people I'm not a tree trimmer, but we will trim them away from the house.
Trees trimmed.
Bargain.
We'll do it all, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, would you mind coming to inspect my roof and trim it while you're up there?
Yeah. My guys, we'll do a little tree trimming for you.
It's Eric Silva with Bar Residential Roofing. Now, I keep hearing Bar Residential. Is there a commercial side to it
There's
as well?
a commercial, yeah.
So Bar Residential Roofing, you're available 24/7?
Maybe till like 7.
You're going home
my phone
at
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. My phone goes on Do Not Disturb about 9 o'clock. So after that, I'll catch you in the morning.
Oh yeah. All right. So if you want to reach him, he does have a phone number. We can give it out.
Yeah, that's for our office. Yeah.
All right. 325-701-9521. 701-9529. 701-9529. I said it wrong the first time, but I got to get it right. Trustbar.com. Trustbar.com.
Yeah.
Average cost of a roof is how much nowadays?
Oh, it varies. I don't know. A lot.
Per square foot? It is a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot, yeah. But houses are getting bigger and insurance companies are,
I got blown away when I was told, it's going to cost you about $25,000,
Yeah,
$30,000. I went, no, it's not.
the average
That's
is
the
probably
price of a
15
house.
to 20 probably in Abilene. So,
What?
15 to 20,000 for a new roof.
I think so, yeah, probably. I think that's about that average. I've seen some where 30,000, 40. Probably the most expensive one is probably that I've seen is 150 or so.
Really?
It's a big house.
So is there a price per square foot for roofing? Or?
It varies, yeah, based on pitch and stuff, but I'd say anywhere from 450 to 500 square foot, yeah. A square, not a square foot.
Well, I'm a DIYer. Do you advise me to do my own roof?
Don't go get on your roof. Definitely not, yeah. So
You might roll off.
That's what we're for, yeah.
Yeah, I had to jump off one time, so I'm not the popular guy in the neighborhood going, don't get up on the roof, stay off my roof. So.
Yeah. That's what
All
we're
right.
for.
So if you're looking for a roof to be repaired, you want a roof maybe updated. Maybe my roof isn't
Just an inspection. We'll come out and take a look.
just an inspection, but what if I want to change colors? How hard is that?
You can change colors, but you're gonna have to you have to get a new roof for that.
Yeah, but I get that. No. So, but what about putting a roof over a roof? That used to be a thing in the day,
it
and
was.
now you guys are telling us, no, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we won't. Some people can. The state of Texas will allow 2 layers, but no, we don't do that. So some people will. It's just not good practice.
So you just said something right there. The state of Texas will allow 2 layers, so there is ordinance on this.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I've seen roofs with like 5 layers on there before, which is pretty crazy. But I guess what the state of Texas doesn't know, people kind of slap by. But in the city, and typically, the state of Texas will allow 2 layers for a roof redo. So
Metal roofs, do you recommend them or not?
yeah, we recommend them. We do them all the time. They're very costly. And the one it'll be probably the last roof you're going to put on. Which is also why the insurance company's probably not going to pay for it. It's really hard to get insurance to pay for metal roofs just because everything is cosmetic.
If I have a metal roof and I get damage, will they do it?
Well, they're going to call it cosmetic more than likely, and so it depends on your policy and depends on who your insurance covered company is. But more than likely, if you get hail on it, in theory, yes, it is cosmetic only. So I've seen some roofs that have heavy hail damage on them. They usually go to litigation because people they want to get a new roof because it's ugly. It's going to have hail dings all over it, but they're going to call that cosmetic usually.
They're going to call it cosmetic.
Yeah, so it's got to actually puncture metal, which I've seen. It just depends on how big it is, things of that nature. And also if it opens up a seam, then technically it's no longer cosmetic, and now water can get inside your roof. So that's what it would take to get a metal roof paid for, typically.
How long do they last as opposed to the others? Tar roofing.
In theory, a metal roof should last you, 50 years, forever. Really, nothing's going to happen to the metal unless again it gets baseball-sized hail on it. The paint will fade and it'll be ugly in 50 years. But in theory, there's nothing. Metal is metal. It's going to.
What if we made a roof out of brick? All right, enough.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's going to be a little bit hard.
It might be a little heavy.
All right, Tanya, we got to know because we want to go see Tanya this weekend because. Are there going to be any open houses this weekend?
Yes,
Yes.
there are.
You just got to go to TonyaHarbin.com, but better yet, go to Facebook at Tonya Harbin Team, Facebook at Tonya Harbin Team. How many homes do you normally do on a weekend? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15?
Usually around 3 to 4.
3 to 4 homes? Do we know which one Zach's going to be at with the coffee truck and his food trucks?
I don't know where.
I'm just kidding. He's got a food truck now. But
He should.
yeah, he's very kind and very welcome. And I'm like, hey man, what's up? Want a cup of coffee? So it's always a lot of fun. You have a great team, Tanya. An awesome team. All right, so if we want to go out this weekend, check them out on the Facebook page, right?
Yes.
And if I want to get an appraisal on my house to find, not an appraisal, but kind of try to figure out how much my house is worth,
Go to our website.
TonyaHarbin.com.
Yes.
TonyaHarbin.com. Thank you, Tanya. Eric, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Mr. Silva in the House Bar Residential Roofing. That's trustbar.com or 701-9529. Call them now. And Tonya Harbin Real Estate. 603-3550, 603-3550. Start packing. You're going to be moving soon. This is KYYW, Abilene, Texas.